Hello, welcome to Berkshire Guitar Amplifier Repairs. Stuart Smith here as always, and on the bench we have a Fender Deluxe Reverb head. I think it's a modern one, a reissue, and this has got a bit of a funny problem actually. Apparently he says on turning it on it's perfectly alright for quite some considerable time, maybe half an hour, maybe an hour, and then it gives out a horrible hideous loud hum. So I don't suppose there's much we can do apart from turn it on and leave it on soak and see if we can reproduce the customer's experience. What am I thinking? Could be valve, I suppose. Maybe, I suppose possibly the bias could be going wrong and the valve is red plating. Could be a smoothing cap, maybe after that gets hot it goes open circuit or something. Other than that, I'm slightly clutching at straws on this one. So I think anyway, let's just power it up and see if we can hear this hum that he's talking about. I thought before I powered it up I'd just have a quick look in the back, and I've whipped the back cover off just in case when it does make a hum I can look inside and see what's going on. But there's no evidence here, look, of these valves, these groove tubes, red plating. You normally see this print would be kind of pale yellow or something if one of these tubes have got hot, so they don't look like they've got hot to me. Could be a faulty rectifier tube, thinking about it. I hadn't thought about that. That's definitely something that could possibly cause that hum. Other than that, it all looks very clean here really. So let's power it up and see if we can hear the hum, and then if we do we can have a quick look round the back and see if that rectifier tube is arcing over or anything. Okay, the amp is on and working, and I can hear it hissing and humming from the speaker, just normal kind of stuff. I'll just reach behind me, and sorry about the open cord, but all working just as the customer said, perfectly, no problems whatsoever. Vibrato channel also working. So that's as reported. So all I will do now is leave it on, keep an ear out, and if I hear this horrible hum I will come running and see if we can see what's going on. Right, we're 20 minutes in and you can hear what's going on there. No sign of the rectifier valve doing anything horrible, or the output valves. Sorry about the racket in the background, however look what happens when I tap this. So that cured it immediately. Could it be as simple as problem with this valve? Interesting. That's gone completely now, that noise. I've given it a good old bang around this amp just to make sure it's not a dry joint or anything. It doesn't seem to be. I don't like the sound of that. That's making a real nasty noise when I tap that. I think I'm going to change that valve and see if it does it again. That's an obvious and easy fix. Okay, new valve in, and amp is working okay, and now I think it's just a question of leaving that again and seeing if it goes faulty, and whether that tapping was just vibrating something in the chassis, you know, some other component other than that valve, which is obviously possible. But it'd be a nice fix if it was just simply this groove tube valve here. Never heard that before. Never heard a real hideous humming noise like that. with a phase splitter valve going down, but you never know. Let's just leave it on again now for, it's about 20 minutes that time, and see if it kicks off again. Well, here we are 1 hour in, and it's quiet as a lamb. First line of a blues song is always sung a second time. I said the first line of a blues song is always sung a second time. That way, by the time you get to the third line, you've had time to think of a rhyme. Oh yeah. So we may have a fix here, folks. I've tapped and banged and waggled and... yeah, I'll leave it on for another hour and we'll see what happens. And I promise not to play again. Okay, there you go. A relatively simple fix on that. It turned out to be that phase inverter valve and groove tubes, which was faulty. I ran the amp for several hours, maybe 4 hours on, whilst I was doing other jobs on the bench, and it behaved itself perfectly, not a single recurrence of that hideous hum. So there you go, sort of new one on me. I don't think I've heard that noise before from a phase splitter valve, but anyway, there you go. So quick and easy. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next video.